Some of you may have seen my videos in the past, where I buy a crashed car, fix it, and sell it for some profit. And I always get the same questions. Where do you buy your cars? How much did you buy it for? You bought a Corvette and you really don't know if it'll fit in your garage? Today, I'll be giving you guys a step-by-step tutorial on how I do this. But first, a little disclaimer. This process may seem simple from all the videos you see on YouTube, but it's really not for everyone. Flipping cars is just like any other business, and it has its ups and downs. To get started, you'll need a little seed money. I'd recommend starting with at least $1,000. Next, log into your favorite auction website. The biggest right now is Copart, but there are other ones available too. For individuals without a business license, you may need to pay a membership fee of $99 a year. If you're not in this for the long term though, I would not recommend paying this. I would look for old beat up Hondas on Facebook Marketplace and see if I can make a quick buck there. Now that you're browsing through your auction website, find a car that you want to buy. But be careful, this is where most people mess up. The key here is to have patience. We're looking for good deals here. It's easy to get into a bidding war and lose all your money. Okay, so now you found a good car. It's the right color, it's the right price, and most importantly, it fits in your budget. Now, it's time to take care of some logistics. The beautiful thing about Copart is that you can buy remotely. You could be sitting on the beach, drinking coconut water, and buying cars, but you still need to deal with delivery. If you're dealing with an out-of-state purchase, you have to source delivery to your state. This can get pricey depending on where it's coming from. Make sure to include this in your budget. If your budget is $1,000, don't even think of buying out of state. Okay, so now that the car is in your possession, it is time to do some repairs. First, you need to assess the damage. What parts do I need to buy? Where do I buy those parts? The truth is, this process isn't easy. This is where it definitely helps to be a little mechanically inclined to know what parts you need to buy. Let's say the damage is light and all I need is a headlight and a bumper. Again, we're looking to get the best price possible. For the headlight, I would look at the dealership, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and see where I can get the best deal. For the bumper, it's a little trickier. Because it's a bigger part, it's unlikely that you'll find sellers on eBay shipping something larger. This is where I recommend sourcing something locally. There's not a great solution for this right now, which is exactly why I'm working on a new mobile app called findlocalparts.com. It's currently not available to the public, but let me know if you would like to become one of the first beta users by contacting me on my form in the description. Okay, so now you have all your parts, and now it's time to assemble the car. Again, it helps to be a little mechanically inclined on this part. You probably can't afford an employee at this point, but taking it to the shop would just cost way too much. It would defeat the purpose of buying the car so cheap in the first place. I'd recommend hopping on YouTube or Google and finding out how to do some simple body work. Your first car should not be completely destroyed. The more damage a vehicle has, the more tools and more expensive tools it requires to fix it. Remember, we're trying to start with a small investment. This next part is kind of up to you. After I've fixed my car, I like to keep it and drive it around for a little while. Most cars that I buy are cars that I want for myself in the first place. This, however, doesn't work in business. You can't get attached to your vehicles or else you'll never be able to sell them. But how do you sell them? It varies from state to state, but most places usually don't allow you to sell more than a certain amount of cars in a year. Here in Minnesota, that limit is 5, but I'm selling more than 5 in a year. How do I do it? The short answer is you have to establish a dealership. This process can be sometimes a little long and difficult. It involves stuff like getting a business office, getting insurance, getting a bond. Let me know if you guys would like a separate video on how to open a dealership. Okay, but back to selling. It's hard to teach how to be a good salesperson, but here are some general tips. Don't be pushy. As a salesperson, your goal should be to make customers feel comfortable. My second tip is to just practice. The best sellers are the ones that barely even try. This is the way I've been doing it, and it's worked out pretty well for me. Okay, I know I just dumped a lot of information, but those are really all the steps for flipping a salvage car. If you tried all these steps and went bankrupt, then damn, I'm sorry. But if you go famous and start flipping Lamborghinis, then give me some credit. And make sure you hit the like button for more videos like these. I'm coming out with another cheap C7 Corvette rebuild, so you might as well subscribe too.